Welcome to 360 Scale, a podcast for A-level entrepreneurs looking to scale their business beyond 7 figures. Learn from those that have actually made it in the world of e-commerce with actionable steps you can apply right now.
Hi guys, my name is Thomas. I'm one of the videographers here at Kandy. And today in our 360 Scale podcast, we have two amazing guests. So it's Erkki and Tanel from Estonia and company named Smiley. Erkki and Tanel work with email marketing and they're gurus of that. And we're going to talk about this forgotten art. A lot of e-commerce business owners and a lot of people, casual people as well, think that email marketing is dead. Well, let me tell you, it's not. And these two guys are going to tell you the same thing. Hi guys, it's really good to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. And nice that everyone is listening.
Yep.
Perfect. So just before we move on into more technical stuff, explain to our audience, listeners and viewers, what is Smiley?
Smiley is a small-ish email service provider. We built the software, but compared to other providers, we also offer agency services. We think with the client, build integrations, landing pages, etc. This differentiate. Oh my God, what a word! But us from the rest a little bit, and gives an edge to the closer clients, and helps them scale also. For example, we have some clients who are doing one-to-one personalized email marketing and automations, the same as Amazon and eBay are doing, for example, all over the world. And right here, small Baltic states. We were established in 2009. We are a team of 20, are one of the biggest in the Baltics, the only provider in Estonia at the moment, growing steadily and trying to export a lot. We have approximately 18,000 users, send 150 million emails every month, and I think that's about it.
Nice one. So just a quick explanation, because a lot of people, when they hear email marketing, their first thing that comes to mind is Klaviyo, right? They hear email marketing, they say Klaviyo a lot of the times, especially when you talk with business owners. So how are you different from them?
Or they might say MailChimp or MailerLite from Lithuania, or GetResponse in Europe too?
Probably in the European side or in the Nordics, you're seeing more that if you're saying the email marketing, then it's going to be like MailChimp.
Smiley is a lot like MailChimp. It's focused only on email marketing. We know this one area really well. We try to build this one tool that exceeds in this area. And for everything else, we have, as I said, this agency services set up or integrations for third-party softwares for whatever. Klaviyo is a really nice tool. It's really well built, easy to use, has its own great niche, I think. But what we have seen, where people come and choose, for example, Smiley over Klaviyo, is either they are too small. They can't afford Klaviyo, and also there are too many features inside Klaviyo. It's a little bit maybe overwhelming for them at first. And the other part is clients might be too big, because one size doesn't fit always all. Clients need sometimes more flexibility. They need a partner that can drive the client through all this mess that is email marketing. Well, who doesn't know how to send an email? But actually, there is a lot to this.
There's a lot to this, content. And we're gonna discover that because there's like when I did my research part and when I talked with my agency's email marketer, I was like so shocked that there are so many subtle nuances that come into email. So just basically we can wrap this up and say Smiley is one of your best friends if you want a personalized touch on your emails. That's what it is.
Yep.
Nice one. So guys,
thank you.
Now let's move into real questions about email marketing. So just tell me, to begin with, why email marketing is not dead yet. It's 2021. We have so many platforms, Facebook, Instagram, especially for e-commerce owners. We have so many possibilities to track. But even from our agency experience, we have certain clients that make 40%, 50%, 30% of their revenue from an old tactic that is 30 years older. Why is it still not dead?
Well, first of all, email marketing is yours. You own the list. If you have done everything by the law, by GDPR, then you can take it out from one provider. If you don't like it anymore, go to another provider. You cannot take out your subscribers from Facebook page, for example,
or your Instagram followers.
Yeah, this is like a closed system. You to keep it working, you have to constantly put more money inside it, and the organic reach is getting lower and lower all the time. With email marketing, this so-called organic reach or open rates or click-through rates is constantly the same. The better you do, the better it gets. The more personalization you put inside this, the more beneficial it becomes to you. So I think this is the biggest reason that email marketing is not going to die anytime ever. And also, email marketing is one of the few, or maybe the only marketing channel that is one-to-one personalizable and also trackable. I see that I sent you this email with golf clubs. You opened it, you clicked on one particular model. I will send you a follow-up letter, and if you have bought it, I also see, and I can send you a follow-up letter with matching golf cart, for example. You cannot do this in any other platform.
Actually, if you are doing it in Facebook, if you don't have the Facebook shop or Instagram, you never know who actually clicked or buyed or
was it bots?
Yeah, maybe this were the bots.
Cool.
So email is old, but I think the biggest benefit is that no one owns it, and this is why it's the best.
So it kind of gives that, like, untrackability part of thing for the user, where you're only gonna input your email when you trust the brand and when you trust them or you give value. Whereas with Facebook, Instagram, you can, before the iOS 14 update, you were tracked all the time with no permissions requirements. So email kind of gives that trustworthy sense, and that's why it's still relevant to this day.
Yeah, of course. You can do email marketing not as well too, by sending spam and not cleaning your lists and sending irrelevant content, etc. But if you do it well, then it works.
So what do you guys think about the kind of myth that's flowing around email marketing scene, that your opening rate should be at around 20%? If you have a 20% rate, that's a good rate. What are your comments on that? Is it good? Is it bad? Should it be higher? Should it be lower? How do you achieve that?
Okay, good question.
Yeah.
But it depends actually from so many parts. And let's starting, if you are B2B, though, then probably the 20% is the minimum. You want probably the 50. If you are sending some transactional emails, let's say invoices or order confirmation, then you probably want that it will be higher than 90%. So coming back to the average 20, it's more the offers and
marketing emails,
emails.
Or sales emails.
Yeah, we're talking about especially for e-commerce brand owners, because that's what we scale, and we want to get as much info on that so we could give them more value.
20%, we say this is okay. Below that is borderline, not spamming, but not so interesting. What we say to our clients and on our webinars is you should always strive for more, maybe 30%. It should be the goal for a good list that is cleaned, that is engaged, that is the information that is sent is relevantly personalized. So 30% should be. So, well, I think it's a good number to achieve. Yeah, we will probably talk about how to achieve it in a couple of next questions.
So walk me through, what would you aim if you had a goal to get 30% open rate? For example, for emails, what would be your steps for an e-commerce brand? Like, what would you do? Flows, audiences? Tell me your thought process behind it.
Okay, if you are sending let's say the campaigns, let's not talk now about automated flows. Campaigns, okay, you have like every week some kind of the offer. So there's a couple of technical things. So you have to look that your subject line is relevant, not too long, not too spammy words. Second thing,
Sorry, I interrupt, because subject line is the only element of an email that gets to open the email. So you have to give a lot of attention to the subject line. Yeah.
The second thing is actually the sequence, that if you are sending, I don't know, every day and it's just overwhelming your mailbox, then probably you already don't care. If you're sending once in a year, so everybody will forget about you and they don't remember who you are. So the second thing is sequence, not too much and not too small amount.
Personalization is the key also. You can personalize subject line, you can personalize content. If you have a really good subject line, then people engage, people open the email. By the way, big inbox providers like Gmail, Hotmail, etc. are measuring engagement and automatically putting the emails either in primary inbox or offers or whatever spam folder. If your emails are opened, they have been read, they have been clicked on, then they see, the inbox providers see that the emails are relevant to the people and they are prioritized a little bit higher. But if you already have gotten the people to open your email, the subject line must match the content. Content must be relevant because I'm offering you my time. This is important for me. It's a resource that I have only 24 hours every day. So if you send me an email, I see that is relevant to me. I'm opening it. I see inside some kind of great offer, and then after that, I can make this purchase or whatever you want me to do. So the more relevant the email is that you send to me, the more engagement it will get. This is the only way we see from our experience how you can get better numbers. This 30% open rate is just one number. Actually, email marketers should not focus so much on the open rate, but the money. How much do you earn with every email that you send?
Yeah, because actually you can get probably the open rate up to 100 if your subject line will be you will get
money or whatever.
You will get free Tesla.
Yes. So it's a clickbait. Yeah. But inside are offers for pink rain boots. Since it doesn't match my eye color, I will not buy. And the email was a waste of time of everyone.
Okay, that does make sense. I mean, like, nobody likes to get a spammy thing, and everybody likes, to get the offers. It's really hard to talk for me about email marketing as a consumer because believe it or not, I've never bought anything from an email. I never bought anything. Wow. The only thing I've ever encountered with an emails is, for example, if I buy the product, let's say software, right? I'm a videographer, I use software. So if I buy a particular piece of software and they're just launching updates, I'm getting updates into my email that, hey, we have this new kind of update for this software because your MacBook is new. So only then I'm clicking. So it's really hard for me to get into the customer's perspective because I have no idea what should you do to get me an email. So if you somehow find my email on any list and target me and make me buy,
we will try to find.
Like you'll know you did a good job. You'll know you did a good job. So I guess especially we need to understand that emails, as well as effective as they are one of the cheaper alternatives as well to marketing presences.
Yes,
so because
definitely.
The price goes down and effectiveness is quite high, we get high ROIs on email. So it's a very simple thing not to forget for e-commerce business owners that, hey guys, don't forget email marketing. Don't do this mistake.
Yeah.
Even though it's 2021, you still need to use this technique.
Compared to social media or other medias, for example, search engine optimization, etc., those are really nice ways to get new customers, acquire new customers, because email list is basically static. You have them addresses and that's it. You cannot get any new addresses if you don't do anything for this. But using social media, to drive in new sales and converting them to your email subscribers is a nice way to get new customers. But email list is best way to drive sales to your current customers.
Okay, that does make sense. I mean, in terms of like reach and personalization, that does make a lot of sense. So now I want to hear some particular tips from your experience that you have gathered over the years. So pop-ups, right? Those are the things that pop up on your website when you come in, when the customer comes in and you want to get their email, you offer them a little discount or something, you have an image, a timer or something. What are good elements in terms of pop-up success? What do they need to have? Is it a timer? Is it a photo? Is it a text? Is it an offer? What works for pop-ups?
Okay, actually, it's again the thing that it depends what you are offering, but image is good because if you're offering some product, then it shows beforehand already that even you didn't buy it, but okay, I will get those pink rainbows. The second thing is the timer is also good if you are you have like a certain amount of time when the offer is valid.
Expiring, yeah.
Or if you are doing the webinar or whatever thing, then this FOMO, if you're missing out, you have only 3 days left to buy it. So yeah, then it's gonna work very well.
The best driver for effectiveness of pop-ups is that you are giving some value. And if you are offering something in the pop-up and it pops up on the right time, well, compared to emails, pop-ups are basically like web pages. You can do whatever you want, like fancy animations, whatever, nice images that drive sales. In emails, you cannot do this. You have to always consider that the images are turned off and text must work all the time. But with pop-ups, the possibilities are a lot higher. So yes, as you said, the more beautiful it is, on the right time it pops up and has some kind of a value proposition, then it usually works. Yeah.
Or even that if you want to get some special offers only for those guys who are subscribed to our extreme VIP list.
Yes.
So this is also, you will get something that no other channel will get.
Some of our clients have used this particular strategy. That email list is like a list of privileged people, and only they will get some kind of limited offer, some kind of coupon code for a discount, or they will get some offers before the others. And this has worked also really well for them. And well, this might be the value proposition that you offer in the pop-up.
Speaking of value propositions, there are situations that the client cannot offer value. We have a particular client and I want to get your thoughts on the spot. How would you play around the situation? So we have a very picky client. They have a good product, a very unique product, but there's a catch. Their margins, as I understand, are not the biggest and they cannot use discounts. They just profitably cannot use discounts, but they still need email marketing. What technique or what flow would you use to get emails for a brand that is just financially incapable of giving like an offer or a value or something? What would be your logic behind it?
When we discussed with Tanel about this earlier, we thought that, all right, there might be some small perks like free shipping, or we send by email the reviews of previous customers that say, wow, this was a really nice shopping experience, very good value for the money, etc., etc.
Yeah, because if we're thinking, let's say, probably if it's not a physical product, then the word of mouth or the other users that they're saying, actually, I'm buying sometimes from China, from AliExpress, and I'm every time reading all the reviews that is it a great product or is it like total crap? So actually this is what Erkki said, that the feedback from other clients probably will drive you more by.
Yeah, so if you cannot give discounts, probably from the sales that you do, you should get back as much as possible. For example, a nice, good feedback that can help you with search engine optimization, that can help you in email marketing as word of mouth suggestions. But we have one client that is also selling physical things that are really expensive, exclusive things that cost tens of thousands of euros, and they never do discounts. They brand it as like an exclusive product per se, which means that they do really nice descriptive emails with really nice photography that is done uniquely for them. I've seen when they did one photo that took a whole day for the whole team to get perfectly, and like telling those stories and not just using it in the email marketing but on social media, etc., are selling those products in large volumes anyway. Doesn't matter that they are the most expensive product on the market. So I think it all depends, as we have said about every question that you ask.
I mean, yeah, it's an inevitable answer, but that's why this podcast is all about, to get into those specific situations that e-commerce business owners might face, and then we kind of figure out a solution on the go, or give at least an idea where could they move off. So it's all about giving value here, and you gave some fair points in this one. So you can craft your emails to perfection. You can make them look as stunningly as possible. You can add a lot of social proof to your emails. But maybe I'll get back to it one more time. How do you think, like, okay, let's say I'm a very engaging customer and I see a 10% discount, I'll automatically enter my email. How do you get that email without offering someone? Like, what are the ways to get that email without giving up something from your side? We know it's a one-sided game where you don't offer anything and the customer gives you your email. That's a big exchange, but sometimes you need to play it. So how can you get that email without like losing any of your resources, any discounts or anything?
Give them some kind of fun. For example, if you give us your email, we will show you a funny video how we build our products. Or we can send you a 7-day crash course on how to build those wooden houses, or how those masters are doing it. This doesn't have to be monetary. It's what you
benefit. You can give back the knowledge. Or tutorials, whatever information about the product.
For example, if I'm shopping for premium or expensive products, then probably I do my homework and I go look the images on the Google image search. I go look on the producer's webpage. But if you offer me something more, just by giving you my email address, for example, you will send me a nice white paper, how we with technical details, comparing all those whatever specifications, I might do it. But again, it depends.
It depends. That's going to be our favorite phrase from this podcast, as I can see. Tanel told me when we had the first meet, a lot of people forget even to use abandoned carts because of their lack of knowledge, maybe their lack of awareness. They even forget such a simple thing as an abandoned cart. What other flows are crucial to have in your e-commerce business? What would be your thought?
Actually, the first one is the welcome letter, what is the most important, and probably this is also like very heavily unused.
This welcome letter / confirmation email.
Or registration to the new client, whatever.
For example, we have seen some statistics about e-commerce shops in Estonia that says that around 10-ish% of purchases, or even less,
it was even less,
of purchases are done by customers.
Loyal customers.
Repeat customers.
Oh, repeated customers. Okay.
90% or so purchases are done by guests. You only get this connection once, and basically you cannot contact them anymore if you are abiding law. But in this confirmation email that you send out oh, hi, nice, thank you for the purchase. What would you think if you register as a guest and we will give you something in return, and you convert them to the repeat customer? They are in your list. Now you can approach them more easily, and they can give you, you can remind them about you and so on.
So the first was the confirmation or the welcome letter.
Yes, the welcome letter can be really easily used.
But just before we move on, like now it's an actual question. I never use the login. I never use the sign up thing. Like absolutely never. Like you'll never catch me on that. I have signed up only to a couple of things that are like my profession based, like, you know, software, video editing, audio editing, whatever that is, right? There, okay, I log in because I use it on a daily basis. But if I'm buying something as a single time, I'm not gonna log in. So my question is, so if I buy something as a guest, as a single time user, and of course I enter my email so I would get a confirmation that your package would be shipped. So if I get that confirmation, is the company still legally allowed to contact me afterwards and send me a follow-up?
Actually, not.
Yes, since you're a private person, not a business entity, then actually they cannot contact you. They cannot add you to their newsletter list. This is against GDPR. They have some kind of how they call this interest. I'm not sure how
kind of
it is in English.
Interest list we could call.
They can send you offers or products.
Actually, they can send it one time. That the similar interest or even the idea is, if you have, let's say, buy some extremely fancy recording stuff, then I will send you one time offer that, all right, you buy this thing and now we're offering you some high-end microphone and V-Lodge cam to this.
So this is what they can do without going conflict with the law, but they cannot send you any more like regular offers.
That's very interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. That was really nice to hear. Okay, sorry for the move off the tracks. Let's get back to the flow. First of all, we were talking about the welcome ones, right? We talked about the welcomes.
The second one is the abandoned card. This is the most
we have been
not used option.
Unfortunately, we have clients, I think hundreds of e-commerce clients that we see are not using abandoned cart email series. And abandoned carts can give you up to 40 times more money back compared to if you don't have an abandoned cart series. So it is like a It's like a hygiene thing for an e-shop today. Even you have to have it. The third one is feedback emails, feedback NPS or whatever they call it.
Yeah, just like rate us from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So you will get the average, that how good was your product or how good was your service.
There are two benefits for getting feedbacks. First is, if the feedback is good, you can use it on your website for social proof. If the feedback is bad, you can catch them on track before they go publicly humiliating you on Facebook or whatever. You can solve the problem and resolve this issue for a positive one instead of a negative one.
The fourth is let's say like congratulations or it's
periodic for example, happy birthday, happy anniversary, oh so nice that your kid has today birthday, your dog has today birthday, whatever the category is that your shop is in. That if, for example, even if a haircut, you can do it, okay, you have done it, but you can do it once a month. It can be set up as a periodic reminder. Oh, hi, it's time again. Here is the link. Let's book a time to the haircut.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this story, but I don't know if viewers heard this story as well. I think you'll find it comical as well as a bit like interesting. That privacy thing, the whole privacy thing is so interesting, and the email thing. So there was a teenage girl in America, in USA, somewhere in the Midlands, not the East, not the West, in the Midlands. I think you already know what I'm about to tell about the Tesco one. So I'll just finish the story for my viewers. So basically what happened is that girl started receiving emails from Tesco that she should buy, some nappies for her child, or she should buy some, baby food. And she was nowhere pregnant. And her parents saw those emails from Tesco, and they sued Tesco to court. But it turns out just a couple of months passed, and she was pregnant. So because she had entered her email for the Tesco loyalty card or somewhere, and she always used that loyalty card or whatever to, confirm her purchases when she went to the store, like, they got a lot of data and they were able to predict such a thing. What are your comments on this one? I mean, it's both comical, funny, awesome in terms of the way how the program works, but also scary at the same time. So, like, what are your genuine thoughts on this story?
It is scary. We see this ourselves. I think 4 or 5 our biggest clients are doing one-to-one personalized emails too, and this is scary. How precise the offers are. Yeah. How this machine is doing that, we don't know. This is some kind of magic, I think.
But I mean, like, you have seen this in your personal. Of course, we are marketers. Our goal is to help clients sell their product. Our hope is to help. Our goal is to help people make money. But as a human person, you do kind of think that sometimes you think, oh shit, what I'm doing is pretty scary. Like, I'm getting all those details around. Like, there has to be a thought like that.
Yeah. Thanks to this that we see on our daily work life, I have subscribed out a lot of things, apps that are following me around, etc. So it's a little bit scary, personally, yes.
Yeah, actually, I have seen this type of things that I was talking with Erkki about some, and you're saying some brand name, and after 10 minutes you will open your Instagram.
Some kind of retargeting
those, and so those personalized promotions from this brand about what you thought, then it's extremely scary.
But that's what you're saying. Like, I have a girlfriend, right? And she's a complete opposite of me. Like, two opposites meet up. So I work in this business, and I know what it is. And I usually, as a marketer, don't engage with a lot of stuff. She, on the opposite end, is a pure consumer. She buys. You send her an offer, she buys. She sees a discount on AliExpress, she buys. Like, she's just that type of girl. But, like, literally, this happened yesterday, the day before we were reading the podcast. What just Tanel said. We were just laying down in bed, and she says to me, I got some money. I got some new money, I got some cash flow. I need new pants. And literally in front of my eyes, she opens up her phone. She just opens Facebook to see because a friend tagged her, and the first ad that pops up is pants. She did not search she did not search anything. Like, I would have understand if she went on Google and searched pants or something, or looked at Instagram, #pants. But no, it just like straight up popped off, and it's really interesting. But what I should say to the listeners, and I hope e-commerce business owners are hearing this, you are living in a stage where you can make money in a way that has never been made before. And not to utilize all those platforms such as email marketing, Facebook, Instagram, all Google ads, whatever, all those digital platforms must be used. And that is why we are here. That is why Kandy exists. That is why Smiley exists. So we really, really urge and invite you to talk about your digital marketing strategy. Marketing strategies are fine, but don't forget everybody is on their phone right now, and you need to focus on your digital marketing strategy. I guess that should be really important.
You showed your phone. Actually, the first thing that we do in the morning is check our phone. And if your offers are there, then probably, you are making some money. Because if your offers are not there, your competition's offers will be there.
Talk me about plain emails and HTML. what are your experiences with them? Like, do people really need images in their emails? Is copy just enough? Of course, it depends, as we like to say in this episode, but
Exactly. I wanted to say that.
yeah, of course
so
it depends. But just share for what type is better, HTML, plain text. What do you think about it?
We say that there is no need to overdo the emails. Images work if you are selling some kind of product. For example, those pink rainbows, you cannot sell them with just plain text emails. If you are selling a Tesla, if you are selling a premium exclusive product that we talked about previously that costs tens of thousands of euros, you cannot sell them by plain text emails only. Probably some people argue against this, but we say that there has to be how do you say?
You have to actually build some emotional connect,
Mhm.
and without images, yeah, you can write actually the whole novella about the pink rainbows, but probably you, as it is that you're just checking your emails and you will get them
Mhm.
hundreds a day, so you won't read any
Yeah.
books about your pink
Of
rainbows.
course, confirmation emails don't need images. If you are selling some kind of services, then that don't need images. But there has to be some kind of balance.
Yep.
Yeah. So some images are okay. We have done tests with our clients. For example, one email was like really nice custom HTML background image, text on top of that, everything opening in every email client, adapting to mobile screens, etc. And another email with exactly the same content was just a drag and drop, typical. It wasn't ugly, but it was like plain
Not
email.
so.
Yeah, some
but,
images.
but not
And
plain text.
This simple email won. So you don't have to over design. Simple balance is really well. As we said earlier, content is king. What you are selling or what you are saying makes all the difference.
If you are thinking little about let's say technical things,
Mhm.
so for all those spam filters and etc., the golden rule is that 60% of text and 40% of images
No more.
in your
Yeah.
email.
Yeah, no more images than 40%. When we say that images in email are good or not good, you have to consider that if the people don't open the email, they will not see images too. So they will see only the text. Image can only be like an addition,
Mhm.
like for branding or for the experience,
for
the feeling.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
for showing the actual product.
Yeah, if I am interested enough, I will switch on the images and I will see the product. Yeah.
Okay, that does make a lot of sense. So basically, like, we get back to that status quo. You need to
Mhm.
write something that actually opens the email, and then only
Oh,
think
yeah.
about
Yeah.
what do you want them to see. Do you want to see them like a whole novel or a whole paragraph? But everything comes back to that thing: make your email open.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we can say this on this podcast, but we have just recently done a webinar about the topic where we talked about an hour of how to create a perfect subject line that will get to open the email. And after that, what should the content contain, how many images, what call to actions, etc., etc. It's like a whole science behind that. But there are some like golden rules to remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess the viewers will be able to find this webinar. Erkki and Tanel are speaking somewhere in our links, either in Spotify, because we're all here about just sharing value information, and no strings attached. We want you guys to succeed in your businesses. So you'll find it definitely somewhere floating around the link below. So you mentioned the spam and spam filters, and there's such a thing as ESP Score, which kind of, saves you from moving into spam. How should you handle it? What are the best practices to increase your ESP score?
Well, actually, this is a job for us. Our clients don't need to know anything about this. But what we do against this, there's a lot of technical things working in the background. For example, constant monitoring about spam reports or abuse reports, feedback loops, whatever the things are. Automatic load balancing between IP addresses, monitoring the score of those IP addresses, etc.
Bounces, is it
Yes.
going to the recipient or his mailbox is full, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So
Taking out inactive addresses automatically, all those opt-outs automatically. So we say that this is actually, this is a job for an ESP, email service provider. The client doesn't have to know anything about this. That for them, just like Apple, it just has to work.
Mhm.
Right, but like you said, some things like, because we have some business owners, we have faced some business owners that are very, like, attached to their brand, and they want to, kind of do everything themselves. We even had an example with a client. We were scaling it successfully, but the guy decided to opt us out before, because it was coming the time period in the summer. He has lower sales. It's always been a situation, and he decided again to do everything on his own. And I think there are a lot of people like that in the world, and maybe like here you said you need to clean out your list. You need to remove the inactive ones. So I'm pretty sure it would be useful for those who are complete solo riders and they're trying to manage everything. Of course, it's not the thing that we would suggest doing. We should we would suggest letting the experts do its thing. But I guess, like, you said a good first point. You suggest, like, clean your list before sending out. So you would increase your ESP score. So I think that would be pretty useful for those business owners who are holding to their digital marketing strategy for themselves.
Actually, we didn't talk about the fifth automation workflow that is also important, which is reactivation. For example,
you didn't buy half year, or you didn't open actually whole year.
Didn't log into the eShop. An automatic email will be sent out. Hi, we miss you. Come back. Some maybe a few reminders after that. And if they still don't react, maybe they're dead or whatever. They moved on, went to another job. This email will be deleted from your database. Your sender reputation will get better because of that. This trash that you are carrying around will be lessened all the time. So, well, of course, all those addresses that go that do not work anymore, that they are taken out, people who complain are taken out. Maybe segmentation is a really good thing to better your email score. Those people who buy more, those people who open emails more, those people who don't do this are in separate segments. You will send them, for example, different frequencies. You will send them different offers, and by this you all the time improve your email strategy and get the maximum out of it all the time.
Okay. You mentioned now the next question I was going to ask, so like we kind of flown into without asking. You mentioned segments, right? What do you think are the most important segments to have in your email account? Like, what are the segments you would personally initialize when you find a new client?
Well, let's not say it depends.
But actually, I wanted to say it depends.
But well, for eShops, I think repeat buyers is one good segment. In Estonia, I think in Lithuania also, or in like post-Soviet countries, is language-based segmentation.
Yeah, but
is a good option.
it's only not only the, let's say, the post-Soviet. If you're, let's say, doing the international web shop,
yeah, of course,
and you are selling from UK to Netherlands to France to Belgium and Switzerland. So then you have to talk with all those customers with their language.
We see that language-based segmentation gets up to 2 times better results than just sending everything to everyone
In English.
In English, or depending in Estonian, etc. Okay, as we said, it depends. But if you have, for example, kind of a fashion brand shop, then definitely men and women are different, or if you are in, for example, electronics, people buy one kind of brand or other kind of brand. Some people buy more expensive stuff, others buy cheaper stuff. Every kind of segmentation already targets the receiver a little bit more, and the probability that they will open the email is already increased by that.
Actually, one very good example is about specific, let's say, stores or e-commerce stores for the pets. So if you are doing that, you have fishes, you
are either a cat person or a dog person. Yes, okay. there are no in-betweens.
Yeah, or you have like you have at home rodents or aquarium. So if I'm just sending all the stuff to everyone, so actually if I'm the rodent person, probably I don't care about the fishes. So you just ask, okay, you're a cat person, you're a dog person, you like reptiles, fishes, and after that you will get the right message to the right people. So you have those specific segments in your account, and you can work with every group and like differently.
Yeah, and you asked about the most important segments. I think one of the most important ones are those inactive customers also. In time to time, you should not send them as much, but from time to time you should remind them about you with some exclusive offers, some coupon code or whatever reactivation campaign. Keep them in separate list and send them a little bit separate content. This gives better results for your good lists, and also you don't want to maybe dilute the offers between all of your clients, because good ones are going to probably buy anyway. So you will have to have those good offers to those who are inactive. That should come back to you.
Okay.
There are a lot of options. This is actually what we do on a daily basis. As you asked at the beginning, what differentiates one software from another? Actually, all the businesses are a little bit different. Okay, everyone can use a Shopify e-commerce store, but you all sell different products. And what happens in your business is in your head. Maybe you have some kind of special things that you do differently than your competition is doing. And then you have to little bit do tactically also differently than others are doing. So this is
kind of we could sum this up as you said. You need to get the right message in front of the right people, and you need to kind of segment it as much as possible. So if you either can get it from your website as a quiz, what animal do you have, what are you looking for, anything that works, but you need to get that email with really, you need to shape that email into something valuable. That's the most important thing.
Yep.
We have a bad use case also. For example, with one client, they set up a really nice segmented email campaign. 40 different segments, open rates were good, but the money that eventually came in was 5 to 6 times more than they usually made. It was tens and tens of thousands of euros with every email that they sent. But they started to send like the usual emails also to the same list, and people lost interest. And after some time, they also again sent this segmented email, but that didn't work anymore. That didn't work as well as it worked on the first time. So you can ruin a little bit your list by not segmenting, by not targeting, by not personalizing. And to get it back working as well as it did at first, it's a lot harder than thinking everything out at the beginning.
Right here, you mentioned how a bad example of what happens when you just throw everything onto everyone. I just want to know, we're all here speaking about success. We're all here speaking about good examples. What should you do? What should you not? But I want to hear something personal. What was your, kind of biggest catastrophe or like, a thing that you learned in the past so much that you're not going to do again with emails? What was the lesson that you learned that was kind of painful, but you needed to learn?
Well,
probably the double checking everything like 10
triple
times.
checking, yeah.
Okay.
Quadruple checking.
Quadruple checking. Because you can, as we told here, that you can personalize actually everything till to the last thing. But I have seen things that your personalization goes extremely wrong with the names, with the offers, with everything. So yeah, this was the baddest thing in my life.
Since you cannot take back an email that is sent out, you can delete the Facebook post, but you cannot take back an email from the inbox if it contains wrong information. That is just bad. Yeah, it can ruin a lot of things. And we have, since we are providing some assistance to the biggest clients, there have been some mistakes, unfortunately. Now we quadruple check every time that before we send some kind of thing out. Yeah.
Especially, I guess, when I was an intern a year ago in a PR company, and I was like, the most embarrassing thing was like, I sent out a PR email to a particular agency, and then I see that because it was a template, I was just copying pasting. I didn't change the name. I did not change the name, and then I embarrassingly send a reply to that email with the changed name, hoping that they wouldn't see the original message. So I can't deny failures from myself, but that just shows, I guess, the importance of double, triple checking. There's a I'm not a Russian speaker, but Russian kind of phrases are being used pretty much a lot in Lithuania, and there's a thing like and there's a phrase that sounds like this: "Доверяй, но проверяй," and it means like you should always trust, but you should even more check. So even if you trust yourself, don't forget to check yourself on whatever you're doing. That's a really nice point. Triple, quadruple check everything, because once you send it back, there's no way back. To end up, just tell our listeners and our viewers, what should they think about email marketing if they want to succeed in their business?
Email list is a pot of gold, and you should start from day one. Even if your business is not going yet, start collecting emails from day one.
Even if you don't have the shop up, so you can put up just some form that, all right, after 2 months we will open here or something, but leave your email and you will be the first to get those super cool offers.
Yeah. And you can use this later on. You don't have to use it from day one, but if you have it, it's better than not having it later.
So listeners, viewers, thank you for tuning in into this 360 scale episode by Kandy. Very thank you for Erkki and Tanel, who have joined us and spoken about a lot of things, about mindset, about technical stuff, around general email rules, and just mistakes on what you can and on what you cannot do. So I think it was a really valuable podcast. Don't forget that you can join our exclusive Facebook group called 360 Growth. And I can promise you that in that group, you will find more content from Tanel, from Erkki. We are going to transcribe it. We are going to write blog posts from it. So you will be able to see all those tips and tricks written down in black and white. And I definitely urge you, Tanel and Erkki as well, to join our group, because there we are gathering the highest level entrepreneurs. We're gathering there people with the best knowledge of the e-commerce sector from all sides: email marketing, creatives, media buying. So guys, if you really want to get more value, come onto our Facebook group. And what's there left for me to say once more? Thank you, Tanel. Thank you, Erkki. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Please tell the audience where they can find you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
The best thing, way I think, where you can find us is smiley.com/newsletter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, so thank you guys again for listening to Kandy 360 Scale, and we will see you very, very soon.